what it do? What's up, everybody? Welcome to yet another exciting episode of Ekse, and it's a Wednesday, we know we brought you nothing but exciting science and technology news. And my name is Awonge and I'm not by any chance riding solo. I'm with the homie. What's good, Lamamu?
Yes, so hot, we're on fire, we're out of the box, and we're fresh. It's a Wednesday afternoon, like he said, and we bring you nothing but the best of sci-tech news. But Masikale Tumele condolences to family and friends of Umandla Maseko, who was said to be the first black African to set his foot on the moon. This so happens when South Africa is joining the rest of the world in celebrating the 50th anniversary of the historic Apollyon moon, when abantu babeqala ungena pha space. So Umandla is going to be laid to rest this coming weekend. So rest in power, my brother. May your soul rest in peace. What do we have online today?
Today we have an exciting show, like I mentioned. We're talking to young people with regards to their love for science and technology. This love for science for technology introduced them into the world of business. Yep, coming up on the show, we'll be talking to UCT engineering graduates. First one, they both are business partners, so I want to understand how the transition was from them for the science, technology to the business. They have created a robot that can help teach kids about coding as well as how to create their own. They also, interestingly enough, brought a prototype. They go by the name Tyrone van Balla alongside his business partner Ridhaa, Mr. Benefeld.
Alright, follow us on Twitter, it's Ekse_live. On Facebook, it's Ekse on Cape Town TV. That number to dial 021-448-0448. Two more exciting guests that we've got in store for you. Mzuvukile, who's doing great things for the neighborhood of Khayelitsha. Alarm system that is gonna is over smoke Pagui informal settlement. So that is great initiative. We also have, I'm so excited about this one. Thembekile say uvule pharmacy Milton so that abantu bangozaya CBD to get those medications. So you guys, people that are representing the science fields are in studio, and if you're a science enthusiast, this is the place to be. So don't go too far. Between 4 and 5, there's no other place you'd rather be. My name is Lamalimun. He is Khayelitsha's finest, everybody. www.capetowntv.org is where you find most of our programming. 021-448-0448 is where you get in touch with us. It's a Thursday after Wednesday. Yeah, 5 to weekend. So I'm standing by with your sci-tech news. Is none other than Sibambangazo Zizbili. Yes! Kamalake Mgu. Melikaya. Let's roll sci-tech news. Welcome to it, everybody.
Bandivavi ngazo zozivini kulama limuni no ADU awonge dulaze ndinamkele kwidesika yendaba ezingenzululwazi nobuchwepheshe bale mihla. Inqaku lokuqala, abaphandi abaphume izandla bequmrhu iNational Aeronautics and Space Administration iNASA ngamafutshane bafumene ingxikela yesiwidi kuphando lwabo luthabathe into ifikelela kunyaka. Ababaphandi ngoncedo lwe-satellites abathe bazisebenzisa bafumane le siwidi eninzi ngeyona ndlela ethabatha umgama olinganiswa ne-5,500 miles. Inkcubabuchopho yomphandi ophuma kwidyunivesithi yase-Southern Florida eTampa nokwangumhleli wephephandaba uMekhi Wang uthe le siwidi inwenwa ukusuka kwintshona yelizwekazi iAfrika ukunqumla umbindi we-Atlantic nolwandle iCaribbean kuyofika kwigulf kwilizwe laseMexico. Le siwidi ilikhaya kwiihote iturtle ngolwimi lwasemzini, ononkala neentlanzi. Ukanti ababaphandi bathe okukunwenwa kufunyenweyo ayonto intsha njengoko phaya nge-15th century yayikhe yabonwa. Kodwa ubuninzi obubayo ngoku buyaxhalabisa njengoko kungabangela iingxaki ezinobuzaza. Ababaphandi bakwafumanise ukuba le siwidi iyingozi ezimpilweni zabantu abathi bayoqubha kumanxweme nabo basebenza elwandle njengoko ivelisa i-hydrogen sulfide eyirhasi ebangela ukusokola kuphefumla nokuminxana kwesifuba kuluntu ngokubanzi. Inqaku lesibini, umongameli weli loMzantsi Afrika uCyril Ramaphosa uthi uMzantsi Afrika udinga ukuzilungisela malunga nemisebenzi yemihla ezayo. Umongameli uCyril Ramaphosa uyabonakalisa imfuneko yokuphucula inkqubo yezemfundo ekulungiseleni i-4th Industrial Revolution. Lo umongameli ukholelwa ukuba izikolo kuza kufuneka zibandakanye izifundo eziza kuthi zihambelane notshintsho olwenzeka rhoqo kwicandelo lezobuchwephesha. Ukwathenje ngoba ebethetha kwisona bazisa izifundo ezifana ne-coding kunye ne-data analytics kwizikolo zamabanga aphantsi kulungiselela abantu abatsha malunga nemisebenzi ezayo. uRamaphosa ebethetha kwindibano ye-4th Industrial Revolution Digital Economy Summit eMidrand ngolwesihlanu ngexesha abanye abantu bebezimase umsitho eRustenburg Xebe kwi-Civic Centre eMntla-Ntshona bejonge izicwangciso ze-holographic. Umongameli uphakamise amanyathelo karhulumente azokuthi ancedisane ekuqhubeni i-4th Industrial Revolution apha eMzantsi Afrika. Elinye lamanyathelo inkqubo ekhokhelwa ngumphathiswa wezonxibelelwano kweli loMzantsi Afrika uNkosazana Stella Ndabeni-Abrahams, i-Building a Capable 4IRM, ejolise ukuqeqesha abantu abatsha abasisigidi kwi-data science kunye nakwezinye izakhono ezinxulumene kwi-data science ngonyaka ka-2030. Elinye isebe liza kube ilisebe lezenzululwazi lona elinesicwangciso sokwakha amandla abalulekileyo kuzo zonke ezobuchwephesha. Umongameli uRamaphosa ucacise amacandelo aza kuthi afumane inzuzo kule Industrial Revolution kwaye nokuqhuba uqoqosho lwe-digital. Inqaku lokugqibela namhlanje, igqiyazana elineminyaka engama-24 neyinzalelwane yephondo laseLimpopo, uMoni Mukwena uvelise indlu yangasese eza kuthi inciphise ukusetyenziswa kwamanzi xa kugungxulwa. uMoni ligqiyazana elikhulele ezilalini kwilali Benefeld eMukopane nethe yakukhula yafudukela ePitoli ukuyokhangela amadlelo aluhlaza ngonyaka ka-2030. Le ntwazana ngesakhono nje sayo enaso kwikhompyutha ithe yafumana umsebenzi wobu-administrator nalapho athe ngeempelaveki wamane ehamba neqela lithi lifake liphinde lilungise izindlu zangasese kwiindawo zokuhlala nalapho athe wafumana eso sakhono naye kwabanye abalungisayo. Akumthathanga xesha lide lo kaMukwena ukufunxa olulwazi wabe sele elungisa ngokunokwakhe efakela ezi zindlu zangasese kwisixeko sasePitoli nalapho ye weva ukukhalaza kwabantu ngenxa yamaxabiso axhomileyo wamanzi nabangelwa kukusebenzisa izindlu zangasese. Uye wenza uphando olumandla wafumanisa ukuba izindlu zangasese ezisetyenziswa ezaveliswa kwiminyaka engama-400 adlulayo kwaye uhlobo ezenziwa ngalo zazilungele imeko yokuphila yangoko. Njengoko ingxaki yamanzi esinayo ngoku kwihlabathi jikelele yayingekho nabantu bengabaninzanga kakhulu. Uthe wafumanisa ukuba ezi zindlu zangasese zisebenzisa ukuyofikelela kwiilitha ezili-13 ngokugungxula nje kanye. Lena yakhe ayivelisileyo iza kusebenzisa kuphela i-400 ml njengoko yahlukile kunendlela eyenziwe ngayo kunale isebenzisa amanzi amaninzi. Sele kufakele kwimizi emihlanu ezi zindlu zangasese azivelisileyo lo kaMukwena ukujonga ukusebenza kwazo ukuzokuthi ga ngoku akukabikwa okuthe tye ngazo. uMukwena ebephumelele ukukhuphiswano lwenqila obelubizwa i-engine pitch and polish nalapho umbono wakhe uthe wanikeza umdla kwiijaji zolukhuphiswano kunye nababukeli. Kukangako ebesinako kwidesika yeendaba ezingenzululwazi nobuchwephesha de kube lithuba elizayo kamnandi lamalemon.
Thank you so much, Melikaya. We cannot wait for more SciTech news when we reach another Wednesday, which is the coming week. And if you just joined us, it's all about sciences and technologies today. So make sure that you hashtag Ekse and let us know what you want us to bring next to you so that we bring you all those learning curves into your brain. Welcome to it. My name is Lamali Moon. I'm joined by Awonke Dulaze as my co-host. Like we told you last week, we've got step-by-step introduction, Miss South Africa 2019, and we have news just in that we cannot share with you right now, so you have to wait for tomorrow. We know who's going to be hosting this year's Miss South Africa. Are you excited like we are? Of course you are, so make sure that you tune in to Ekse so that you got those news step by step. But right now, we are joined by Ridhaa and Tyrone, who are both founders there, RD19. They went to UCT for their undergraduate. So let's find out more about Ezerobots Abazenzileyo. But we want to find out first, Indoni RD9, and how can you benefit from it, and why does it exist? So let's head on to the yellow couches and find out more about them.
Yes. Like he said, I am also interested in find out what it is. What is RD9 is, why was it founded, and what does it do?
So first of all, thanks for having us.
No problem.
So RD9 Solutions is a business that Ridhaa and myself started. And it really started in 2016.
Yes.
And it started from both our passions for robotics and also wanted to make a change. Both of us sort of never had opportunities to be exposed to technology on this level at a young age.
Yes.
And we sort of wanted to change that. We were fortunate enough to be able to go to UCT and get degrees in engineering and sort of be exposed, but we sort of wanted to introduce a lot of other students and learners in the country to that opportunity as well.
Yeah, that's just rather interesting. I want to know if you guys make money from this solution or not.
Yeah, so we in the processes. It's been a long road. We started this in 2016,
Okay, yes.
and as we went through the journey, we've been doing pilots with schools, and we got a very positive responses. So right now we geared up to roll out.
Before RD9, when did you guys fall in love with technology?
So for myself, it's sort of, I always knew I had a thing for technology, but I sort of only had the opportunity to realize that actually when I was exposed to a computer for the first time at the age of 5 or 6.
Oh.
So it's been a long time coming for me, and I think it's the same for Ridhaa.
Yeah, so growing up, I always knew I wanted to work with actually robots. I wanted to build robots. And at that point, I didn't really know.
Did you watch a lot of RoboCop?
Yeah.
Okay, it goes to show.
Transformers. Yeah. So I wanted to be an inventor. So I didn't really know what that was at that point. So I was lucky enough to get to university and then do the mechatronics, and it's been exciting ever since.
I see that you guys have love for robots. For me personally, ever since I saw the movie iRobot, I'm nervous about IA, artificial intelligence. What's your take on how, if I were to also build my own robot, for, so to speak, how can I ensure that it doesn't turn evil?
Well, it's where we are at the moment. It's very exciting out there. I mean, the advances are going very fast. But it's maybe a responsibility you should have. If you want to make an evil robot, it's going to be difficult, but you can do it.
Okay, I understand. I know that you guys mentioned the project that you are involved in. Tell me more about Mia.
Okay, so the Maya project is sort of, it's a family of what we offer actually.
Okay.
So as I mentioned earlier, we're trying to introduce a lot more young people to the worlds of coding, electronics and robotics, and we do that through the Maya project.
Okay.
So what it consists of is it's these build-it-yourself robot kits. We've also have a curriculum that we've developed ourselves that allows a learner to explore these concepts on their own, so like self-learning. They can learn things like coding, some data science bits, electronics, and then we also have our in-house app that introduces them to programming. So someone who's never experienced programming or coding at all can be introduced to that through the Maya project and our offerings.
Tyrone, what are the Maya functions?
So
Yes.
Ridhaa's going to take that one.
So Maya is a build-it-yourself robot. So we give it to kids in a 3D puzzle sort of way. So it's disassembled, and from the ground up they build something almost out of nothing. And in there they get taught electronics, programming, and they bring this all together into robotics. And each one of the components on the Maya robot is linked to a curriculum. So they learn about light, sound, motors, position motors, and then they really just have fun with it. So it's a platform that teaches things, and also we have an app attached to it that lowers the difficulty of learning code off the bat.
Yeah.
So it's really a drag and drop.
If I could just quickly to come into that, one of the things that we also have sort of was a knock-on effect of this is I'm sure a lot of students out there ask, what's the relevance of maths and physics? They learn all these things in school, and what's the point of it? With this sort of platform, they can very early see what's the benefit of maths, what's the benefit of physics, and all those laws that they're learning in something they can
How
actually
can
build.
people actually be part of that if you are interested in learning about programming and coding? How can people, I know you guys assist children, how can they, if they're watching now and they're interested in this, how can they?
Yeah, so to get involved with the Maya program, they can go on our website. That's www.rd-9.co.za, and they can send us a message there, and then hopefully they can get a kit. If their schools are involved with that, they can also speak to us, and we can roll out to a classroom, because we're not just looking at the child as an individual, but also a school. So we can do it in class as well as after school.
Okay, nice.
So we want to have it self-paced as well. So they'll start at school and they'll learn something in the class, but then they're also free to explore once they get home.
Okay, we've established that Awonke won't make his own robot anytime soon because he's afraid that he'll turn evil. But I'm interested in finding out what are the pros and cons of building up your own robot. Let's start with the pros.
Yeah. So some of the pros that so the robot that we built was specifically for education. And one of the biggest pros and advantages that we came across was that by building this ourselves, we were able to build something that speaks directly to the African market. Both of us being South Africans, we understand the challenges that South African learners face, and we were able to adapt this robot and the whole Project Maya to sort of solve that problem. So yeah, that's one of the biggest benefits to actually building something from the ground up instead of using something that exists or getting someone else to do it. I don't know, Ridhaa, do you want to talk about the cons?
Yeah, I'll talk about the cons. So, like I said, we started in 2016, and with developing everything, you get different revisions of things where things don't work, and you just need to get through different revisions to get to the perfect one. I think because we've been at it so long, we've been into the classrooms, we know what works and we know what doesn't work. And we've gone through, this revision, I think it's maybe the third one at the moment.
So it means that it's time consuming.
Yeah.
What keeps you going then? Because one person will be like, this is not happening, I'm giving up. What keeps you going?
I think it's the passion and excitement, and both of us are engineers, so we love this. We do this for a living.
Yes.
But we had, just to put it give an example, we had a workshop on a Saturday that started at 8 o'clock in the morning with grade 8 to 10 learners, and we said the workshop would end at about 3 o'clock. By 4:30, none of the learners had left yet because they wanted to build this and they wanted to go through all the challenges and they wanted to keep on programming. So I think once you sort of build something for yourself, you get a sense of ownership, like you're more proud of it and you want to keep going with it.
What are some of the fascinating things that you can program into a robot?
Yeah, so with the robot, it's really defined by the creativity of the student. So we'll give you the building blocks, but you as the student take it forward, and it's how you want this thing to be. So we have open-ended projects that we give this to the kids, and they decide how to code their robot. So it's not here's the right answer, it's more you decide what's the right answer for yourself, and we'll check afterwards.
Yeah, Ridhaa, Tyrone, you spoke of holding a workshop in the past weekend for grade 8 to grade 11 learners. This means that you're introducing these initiatives could be game changers in the technology sphere. Why is it important to introduce things like that and expose them to young kids at that young age?
Okay, so that's a very interesting question, and I think it's very relevant right now, especially with everything that's happening with the fourth industrial revolution. As I mentioned, both Ridhaa and myself, we weren't exposed to these sorts of things at an early age, and if we had been, maybe our careers would have been very different. So we sort of see it as a responsibility on ourselves. Having gone through this and got our degrees and realizing these problems in the country with young people especially. We sort of, if we can, do something that can introduce someone to a new opportunity that they wouldn't otherwise have gotten and can change their career path and introduce them to new things. I think it's very important to.
How are the learners and the teachers receiving all of this?
Or maybe perhaps we can have them after the break and then they can explain how the learners and the teachers are. And we are not all talking no action. They're going to show us how this works. Stay tuned. Right after the break, there's more of Ekse and robots. Keep it locked. Well, while climate change is a reality and DJ Fresh being fired from Metro, Ekse being the biggest, the baddest, and the most hip and happening, Lama and Awonke being your host, there's a lot more facts right here in the world. The fourth industrial revolution is taking the world by storm, and the climate change is what it is today. So Ekse is bringing you all the information, all the entertainment, all the education right where you need it between 4 and 5. For us on Twitter, it's Ekse_live. On Facebook, it's Ekse on Cape Town TV. Like we said earlier on, we're not all talk and no walk. Tyrone and Ridhaa standing by to show us how these robots work, and if you want to take them home. I don't know if they are friendly. Let me get close because I want to see how this works.
This looks like a lot for a person who doesn't have engineering background. What are all these things?
Okay, so what you see in here is what we call the introductory level for introducing a newcomer to programming, and it looks daunting right now, but it's a lot simpler than actual raw programming. So the idea is that all these blocks represent different programming functions, and by putting them together, you are able to actually write a program that can then control this robot. So what you see here is a program that Ridhaa wrote that actually creates a controller that controls the robot. I think Ridhaa will show you that controller now.
That's impressive. How long did it take for you to program this?
So it wasn't that long. So what this is, so the kids will go and build each block individually. So it does. You don't just get and see a massive screen with everything. You get incremental changes or incremental improvements, and then at the end of the day, you'll get something like this. So it looks complicated, but we've had children from different schools building up to get to this point.
Where to from here? You build this with 2 wheels. Is there any other things that we can build?
Yeah, so we have different ones. We found that we initially started with a walk-in robot.
All right.
And that was it was a bit more complicated, but it was, we found that to get kids into the programming or into robotics quicker, the wheeled robots are a bit better. So we have this one, and we have also ones that's focused on grade 4 to 6. And they start with that, and they start in grade 4, and each year you can add sensors to that. And so we have an ultrasonic sensor over here, so that's basically a distance detector. So you can program it to autonomously avoid obstacles, or go through a maze, or avoid each other. So it's really, you can build on whatever your creativity is.
Let's see it work.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, so let's not make sure it goes off the table. Yep. So this is Bluetooth enabled. Okay. So there's a wireless connection. So we've got a controller. I don't know if we need to show it. It's over there. And if we go forward, it's a bit fast for TV. So
Can you get it to slow down?
Yeah. So you do. So you'll have to go into the code over here. So you see over here it says rotate motor with this power. So you can make that slower.
Oh, okay, I understand.
So you can change that to be maybe 50. But you have to change both because you can control each robot individually.
All right.
So there's really an adaptive way of programming this. And it's really up to the student to decide. So you can go ahead.
Let's see when it's much slower.
What are its functions?
So this robot has quite a lot of what we call sensors and different electronic components on it. So the most obvious ones are the motors that allow it to move. But also, as Ridhaa mentioned, is expandable with a variety of sensors. So we've got a distance sensor, we've got sound sensors and speakers. We also have different types of lights on there, and some of them even come with more what we call precision control motors, like this one over here. So yeah, it's really expandable.
And how is the learners and teachers? Oh! Did I break it? I broke it.
No.
But if you teach me how to build a robot, I'll fix it.
No. So yeah, so we're actually glad you did that, because a lot of these, a lot of.
How do I then put it in?
Oh no, break this one.
Over here, it's easy.
Okay, I think Ridhaa can get you
This
set up
is
with
B.
that.
Yeah.
I think it's set up.
So
How?
let me set this one up.
So the cool thing about these robots is that, because we want kids to play with these things.
Yeah.
We don't want kids to be scared to mess around with
to
it and
break
drop
them.
it and that sort of thing. So it's something that can fall off the table and keep on working, and yeah, it'll keep going.
What else can you add to this? Can I make
So-
it a 4-wheeler and then add something? Maybe I can transport it to my nephew in the room. Something like that.
Like a maid.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I want to program something that's not evil. A maid.
Yeah, so what we have on these kits right now, we've got an extension bag. So it's also, we give you the body, but you can also add on and make your own forms. And it's really different sizes and things that you can do. We also have a robotic claw that fits onto where this is, and it can be to flip things and maybe
pull things around.
if you wanted a maid, you can pull some laundry or something.
So won't this be taking away our jobs in the future? Now we won't have a teller in the bank, we won't have a cashier in Pick and Pay, we won't have a presenter on Ekse. They'll be like, welcome to the show, we're chilling with Tyrone, because they're programmed by our producers. Isn't this dangerous though? Won't it take our jobs in the future?
So I think that is a fear that a lot of people have, especially with the way things are moving, which is actually why we embarked on this initiative. We want to teach kids the skills that will make them relevant in the fourth industrial revolution, and one of those skills is programming.
Yeah.
So you might think that your job can be replaced by a robot in the future, but what if you can actually write the code to program that robot, and you've got another job?
Okay.
So we call it future-proofing through play, where by playing with these robots and learning how to code, you're actually future-proofing your child or your learners for the future and the
Now,
future
how
careers.
do we get hold of you? Because this is interesting, and I'm sure the viewers would love to get in touch and break your things.
Yeah, so you can, like I said, you can get hold of us on our website. That's www.rd-9.co.za. We also have a Facebook page, and that's RD9 Solutions. And yeah, you can find us on those two channels.
Do you have any future projects that you'd love for us to know about?
Yeah, definitely. So we've got, like I said, it's the young, the younger grades that we want to do, and it's also when we go out, we'd like to do robotic competitions.
All right.
And that will be very interesting.
Thank you
Appreciate you guys
so
for
much.
making
Mission
time.
accomplished. I broke another one. Right now it's time for us to go to Germany and see what's happening in the world and sphere of technology. Thank you, Ridhaa. Thank you, Tyrone, for coming through. And I'm sorry for this.
No problem.
All right.
Hi, I'm Brian Schmidt. I'm from the Australian National University. And in 1998, myself and a large team, or actually two teams, went and we measured that the universe is getting bigger and bigger, faster and faster over time. Now, we've known for the last 100 years that the universe is expanding. It's getting bigger. But our discovery says something is pushing the universe apart. And we think that something is gravity, but gravity is working in reverse. And it's working in reverse because everywhere in the universe there's stuff we call dark energy. And dark energy, it turns out, through Einstein's theory of general relativity, the way we understand gravity, tells us if the universe has energy everywhere, that energy will push the universe apart rather than pull it together. So that's our discovery.
Yes, that's side tech for you. I'm sorry if I disturbed you with those robots. I'm sure the guests are not pleased with me. So it isn't as a boogie, but they are robot builders, so they'll be able to build them some more. And you can catch their details on our website, which is www.facebook.com/Ekse on Cape Town TV. You can also follow us on Twitter, Ekse on Cape Town TV. You know that we've got a top 3 for music videos as a Friday, so make sure that you go onto Facebook and vote for your favorite music video. And if you do not know what's the top 3, hop on now, and your favorite artist could make it to number 1 this coming Friday. It's still midweek, and we're talking everything sciences, and we're joined by Thembekile Mahintsho, whose father ultimately died in 2015. That perplexed him and propelled him to do something about amayeza azobakufitshane to kule ndawo sihlala kuyo. He opened up a pharmacy by means of saving up imali ebeyifumana for i-study zakhe. Wavula ke pharmacy Milton. Now his plans are to open up a pharmacies ezinjena all around Cape Town and perhaps the whole country if God willingly. So let's hear his story. He's over by the yellow couches sitting next to Awonke Dulaza. Welcome. It's Wednesday afternoon.
Welcome to the show, OG. Thank you so much for joining us. I was so inspired by your story. I heard that you're 23. What made you want to start a pharmacy at such a young age?
it
Can you please use the mic?
Oh, okay. It is a privilege to be part of this program.
Thank you.
I'm a medical entrepreneur, actually coming from the township. The reason why, what made me to start Mangete Medical Store, it's because of the loss of my father. My father passed away in 2015, November on the 29th. So that made me to look at the disadvantages that the people who are living in rural areas or in urban areas that are facing. So we know that there is a lack of healthcare to the people that are living in township. So now I wanted something that will bring hope to the communities. So Mangete is actually bringing hope to the people who are living in the communities. Yeah.
So it's more than just selling amayeza. I want to know, are there procedures that, I know you have an accounting background, and then now you've opened up a pharmacy. Akho procedure about ke uthola njani license phambi uthengisa amayeza okanye so naye wena leyo license?
Not yet that I have a license now, but the thing is, when I started last year, Mangete Medical Store was open on the 2nd of June last year. So through that process, I got help from some of the people. I spoke with my friends Mbombo, the MEC of Health. So they promised to me that they might come there at my medical store anytime so that they can inspect at the place. As we know that there are rules and procedures that we have to follow when you're selling medication. You don't just sell medication because there are complications when it comes to medication. So now they said they will have to come and inspect the place and see if the temperature that the medication is in, it's in a good place. So now I'm still waiting for them to come.
Thembekile, awukagqiba ukufunda, you're still studying. However, uvulele business pharmacy and you dare to dream big because ufuna uvula ezinye pharmacies kwezinye indawo. So ujongene nesikolo, ujongene nebusiness. Uzenza njani, because all of us have the same 24 hours a day. Yours does not have an extension. So uzenza njani izinto ezingaka, awufumani challenges, and if uyazifumana, how do you overcome ezo challenges zinjani?
Okay. It's not that easy. It's difficult, but then I employed someone who's a wellness assistant, and her name is Yandiswa. So she's working there starting from 9 o'clock till 8 o'clock later. So my mother is also helping me, but then it's not easy for me because I ended up as well failing one subject, of which I was doing 6 subjects. So this thing of being busy always, so I ended up failing one subject. But that did not demotivate me to say, nah, school is not for me, let me look at my business. But then it motivated me to push forward because I knew that I've got potential, so I will not let something to just take me down. I will keep on pushing forward there.
Ubune business interest kwasekuqaleni, you used to sell sweets esikoleni classini. So mhlambi business biyinto obuzoyenza in the future kakade.
Yeah.
Would you say ke ngoku the passing of your father is some way, in a weird way, you blessing, because into yokufose wavula pharmacy at this very moment and very very soon before even ugraduate kusoleko utata akho ngenxa yamayeza akude? Would you say that attributed kwi-decision yakho ba usondelise pharmacy namayeza ekuhlaleni?
I would say kind of, but not exactly. But what happened to my father inspired me to start the healthcare. So it motivated me to look at what went wrong through where he was staying. So now I would say it became an opportunity for me, and also it inspired me to also help other people. We know that the people who are living in the township, they live under poor conditions. When they have to buy medication, it's cost effective, and they have to also pay for the transport. So not always that our parents, our old age parents, they've got money to take taxi to come to town and buy the medication. So now I wanted to bring something that will make life easier for the people who are living in township. For instance, I see myself working with government, for instance, the clinics. People, they go to clinics and wait for long hours in the lines, waiting to collect their dispensed medication. So with my goal, with my vision, I see myself being an Impilo center with these medical stores in townships, that I also create employment for these people, for young people in the townships, so that the people who are living in the township, our old age people, can come and collect their medication in my medical stores, of which is that will also create employment opportunities and also make life easier for also government clinics and also for the people who are living in the township. So what happened to my father made me to become a bull with the horn. So I'm facing the pharmaceutical companies, but I'm facing them without fears.
Not only abanye abantu basekasi badala, abanye bafreyo. So do you have door-to-door initiatives?
I also do door-to-door, I also do door-to-door initiative on Thursdays. I also mobilize as well at a 15 rand rate. So even the CPUT workers, they buy from me, and also from South Point where I live, the South Point residents, they also buy from me. So I've got too many customers in too many places, but with some challenges that sometimes I lack with time because I cannot deliver for them, for all of them.
So mna ndifuna uyazi ba lamayeza wathengisayo ngamayeza njani ndiyazi ubiwani balisele eqaleni ba khona amayeza athile ongakwazi wathengisa amathile ndifuna uwazi lana wafumana phi ngamayeza njani wathengisayo.
Okay, I'm selling basic medication and African traditional remedies, but my aim is to also sell sterile medication. The basic medication is the medication that is sold over the counter. It doesn't need any prescription from the doctor, just like Panados, But then I would say that the African traditional remedies as well, which is I buy it from the jumbo wholesalers or New Look Cash and Carry, and also Cipla Foundation, which is one of my suppliers. And Cipla Foundation has been very helpful as well, because I will be going through a training program. But that training program will be teaching me on, I don't just give medication to a customer. So I first like explain the medication, how is it being used, and it can be used at this time and this time. So
when it's manable information given that wenze ile accounting abanye abantu bayezigela benze pharmacy bayifumana yonke le information bakwazi bamba uthengisa lamayeza wena ifumana phi yakho information umuntu uzoyithemba kanjani information so accounting student.
You know, I went through the accounting field, and my family background back in Eastern Cape, my grandfather was selling traditional remedies. It was produced there in my home. So now, like, it runs through the blood of the family. So even when I closed the pharmacy, like there was a time that I had some challenges in September last year. I had to close down because there was some challenges. But then,
just under 40 seconds, you must have touched a nerve. Where can people get hold of you, just in case they want to find you?
People can get me from Facebook, or Twitter, or they can get me from Mangete Medical Store at gmail.com, or write on Facebook Thembekile Mahintsho, or follow on Mangete Medical Store on Facebook.
All right, that's where you find him in Milton, and he has dreams of opening up some more outlets, hopefully next to your house. Next to your house is Ekse, right after this commercial break. Don't go nowhere. A couple of weeks ago, I think it was 2, and we introduced you to a brand new presenter, Kim Blanchard, was holding the fort together with Usnalo on Monday. Well, this coming Friday, we introduce you to another new presenter. You do not want to miss this installment of Hashtag Late Friday between 4 and 5, coming the day after tomorrow. Welcome to Ekse. If you just joined us, you can tune in to YouTube. It's Ekse on Cape Town TV, so that you can catch up on the other segments that you've missed. Ekse_live, we are on Twitter. Ekse on Cape Town TV, it's who we are on Facebook. 021-448-0448 is where you find most of our programming via line if ufuna ubuza. My name is Nama. Awonge Dulaza is on the yellow couches. Right now we are joined by Mzuvukile Monco. Earlier on, it was October 2018 till now, e-government was telling about 44 people died in fire-related incidences, and the number keeps rising. So in the end of Mzuvukile is that uze nento that is going to help i-shacks ezisendlovini with i-alarm detector i-smoke, which is a great initiative. Kwenzela ungalali kanti useyikhandlela and then awuyazi uba kuyatsha. Khali alarm niyavuka nicima umlilo. Welcome to the show.
Molweni.
How are you?
Kuhle khona kunjani kuwe?
We good as well. Ishushu le show uthenga siphathele alarm.
Yeah, kushushu nyani.
Uzenza njani as alarm?
Actually, bhuti wami into eyenzekayo ne I came across ne ezi alarm system. Apho bendabona ukuthi man izinto zizinto that would assist like communities ezinjenge informal settlement apho kuthanda ukutsha khona. I mean especially like kwindawo ezinjenge Ndlovini apho kuhlala abantu abaninzi don't anzenzi uzenza ngokwami. Yeah, ndazi-installa mna. So uba ukuthi into enosinceda umphakathi ukuthi to reduce number of deaths. Yeah.
I understand that as alarms installed because, not because of anything else, but ukwazile wena to dip into your own pockets and fund them. How come?
Into yenzekayo ne le project nekudala i-idea khona of installing ezinto kwa last year. Benkhe ndaya on one of the areas eKhayelitsha town 2 apho ke ndendayozama upresenta le project yami on one of abantu, but I was rejected somehow just before kwakuchile. Last year kacha about 4,000 houses yabo kaselo kunto eyi-1. So just after Mzuvukile Park kwayenzeka loo nto yabo, unfortunately.
So you were rejected by the people that you wanted to help initially?
Yeah, I would say that because I think maybe I went to not the wrong people, but those people coming by get the idea of land, or maybe abantu sebephelwe ngamathembu ukuthi singakhona into ezinje, you understand. But ndafumana just abantwana abancinci pha babemamele who are interested, but ke I mean abantu abadala didn't, abantu abadala zange bamamele, and then after some time ndava kuthiwa kwenzeke laa nto ngoma ish apho ke ndendavele ndakhethwe Ndlovini.
Abantu abacharge for ubafakela le alarm kanye?
Because the project it's not only to save people's life but to create jobs, yabona.
Okay.
So at this moment in time then kuba ndiqala project then I donate about 10 of zona ezilano as alarm. Yeah. Just to also ubabonisa abantu ukuthi sebenza njani le nto.
Njani feedback kwabo bayithenga banikileyo?
Abayithenga feedback bintle kakhulu because it happened that ke kafuna ndibuyele kwenye indlu phayana yabo whereby phakla ndlu noma kuhlala abantu about 14 people in that same shack yabo. So apho I think kufuneka ndibuye ndiyoyichecka la bayasebenza kahle because ibit I think yayingakho right or something. So ndaya but ndathi xa ndifika phaa bandisiya wathi la mama yazi ke ngalamini wawulapha njengoba ucinga wena ayisebenzi le nto umntana apha bedlala ngento caba wakuzotsha something yakhala laa nto. So that's the feedback I got. Yeah, coincident whereby ke kawenzeka loo nto.
So what kind of funding do you need to keep a project yakho afloat so that we don't see it die down?
I think funding, financial, because I mean siyazi yonke into mosinida imali ukuze yenzeke, because I mean it's capital to start, because ndisebenzise imali benayo because I believed in the project. So I thought okay man bendiyenza ngokwami, then later maybe abantu bazandisupport to get le landuka.
Where do you see the project in the near future? Is it going to grow? Are you fulfilled, or you still want to build more of it so that it is visible and helping other communities in and around Cape Town?
Mna ndiyibona le project iphuhla ifikelela kwindawo ezininzi, especially kwabantu abahlala kwi-informal settlement, because sayazi every winter times wonke umuntu uyayicula laa nto sayazi kuzawutsha endaweni sesiwo kulaa nto even abantu boyoyika when it comes to winter because sayazi yabo. So ndiyibona khule kakhulu ifikelele around South Africa yabo, and iqashe abantu abaninzi too.
Okay, let's say perhaps Okafikeleli mhlawumbe ndihlala kwalanga Joe Slovo for instance, but ayikafika project yakho, but mina nje ngibukele TV ndihlala kwalanga Joe Slovo and I want that alarm. Is there a way that I can get in touch and then ndicela Mzuvukile ngicela uzomfakela alarm, or must I wait my turn till you decide uba uza eskom?
As Baben Chilone, I'm still looking for funding so that the project in Gankulu and so that it was supplied to many abantu needs. But the plan was to create jobs, to get abantu around in the West Hilo to supply as products so that bakwazi install umzekelo wena like as busishla kwalanga ube khona umuntu ozoba kwalanga that is gonna cater for langa kukulethu njalo njalo, you understand. So at the moment if umuntu mhlambi is interested kwinto engolhlobo angandilalela mhlambi ku social network like into ezinjalo.
Okay, so ilendoza lo muntu ukunikeza alarm utawuzenza ngokwakho. Are you guys in partnership okanye kwenza njani?
No,
icinywa njani because I know khona enye indawo lande kuyibraya bokwasiyamthemba. Lo ikhona phana already la alarm. Umjito wadwa ayikhuphe because azazi yabo macinye njani. Icinywa njani?
Okay, talking about Londo, one of the abantu pa endlovini we are at omnye njengoba thina sidla ngoqhumisa impepho sawuthini. Yabo, but the nice thing about la device ne supply ngebattery, so ungayi disconnect kuba ibattery mhlawumbe wela xesha. Yabo, and the nice thing kuba isebenza ngebattery noba umbane angacima still kodwa iyakwazi usebenza, so kuba nje ibattery.
And partnership nalomuntu kunikayo?
Na partnership, I was just buying direct bengakabi nayo into enjalo in terms of partnership.
Understand.
How long does it take to install alarm? Because yasho ndivule icango uba ungena endlini unifakile alarm, but so buka generations goku kaphume. How long does it take really?
Ayithatha ixesha elide because I mean yonke nje lanto i-system i-detector nje inento yonke kwalapha kuyo kwayisound kwalapha kuyo. I need wiring ethile into nje uyilungiselelayo kwi-position e-right. So that at least xa kuthi xa kusitsha noko ikwazi pick up as a smoke ibavuse noko abantu, so it takes about 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, that's very quick.
So abantu abafuna people wanna partner up with you bangafumana njani because buthi awukabi na partner mhlawumbe unomhla ufuna ukusupply ngezi-alarm abanye bafuna ukufakela ezinjani?
Okay, ndiyafumaneka Facebook. Facebook abantu and ngumzuvukile Monco, and ku Twitter ke ngu DJ Mzu and
yeah. What's a grand DJ Firestarter? You need to come on to Ekse Dalela's Friday. Those details again because one of our producer has a crush on you, so she's listening up. Mabalwa nazi Twitter handles. What are they?
Twitter @DJ_Mzu and Instagram DJ Mzu.
Oh, look at it flash.
I'm coming the number. You guys are like live number it's 0745375 search for umuntu if
afuna usifakela awu charge malini kanene?
Ami price asikabi nayo exactly wena price yami yabo.
Aqhubeka ngafika kulanda.
The same yabo iyoqhubeka na ku funding that lenzoyifumana yabo ukuthi because abanye abantu abaphangeli, I understand, so
Thank you so much for coming through and keep on extinguishing those fires. I'm sure the great of Metropole appreciates because we're tired of people dying because maybe it was an accident or in negligence. However, your services are needed and very practical.
Okay,
Sure. Right now, though, we have to take a moment of silence because we lost a legendary actress, Unomhle Nkonyeni, who had died at the age of 77. She died in hospital this morning after she was admitted on Friday, according to close family and friend. The 77-year-old actress received the Order of Ikamanga in in silver this year from President Cyril Ramaphosa for contribution to the arts. Umama Nkonyeni has had several roles on television and a role that was on Scandal. Our condolences to Nomhle Nkonyeni, an icon. We appreciate you so much for all the contribution you have done to the industry. So hlala sikhumbula ulady. Thank you.
Oh, yes, rest in peace to her. And yeah, contribution yakhe kwi-arts and culture.
It's been 50 years.
Yay!
I
Sohlala
aspire
sikukhumbula,
to
Mama.
such a longevity career.
Yeah. I also aspire to be one of those people. Like, she's quite an inspiration. Dead or alive, rest in power. As well as Umandla, who we mentioned earlier on. Rest in peace to you. And thank you very much to Mzuvukile, Thembekile, who came through to tell us about ifamasi Vulileyo and then these alums. And then Ridhaa as well as Tyrone with their RD9 solutions for abantwana besikolo. So big ups to them for another installment of Science, Technology and Mathematics and Adventure. Next week, Wednesday, between 4 and 5 is where it's most hip and happening. Otherwise, if you missed today's episode between 7 and 8, tomorrow, channel 263 on your DSTV, let them know that the biggest, the baddest, and the most hip and happening will be on your TV.
Yes, definitely. We'll catch you guys tomorrow from 4 to 5. Thank you so much for tuning in and also interacting us on our social media platforms.
My name is Lamali Moon. Tomorrow, it's Amy as well as Siyasanga bringing you #Talk Thursday. On Friday, Vuyo Jaboda, Darling, and Sinala Jonas are going to be on the show. Right now, it's time for us to close off the show with the biggest hip-hop group in the motherland. This goes by the name of Utawa by Vibes. I need money, 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 boo.